So hopefully you've watched the 10.4C videos, and then you're coming back here before we kind of start the questions that are on there. I'm going to add another post-it note here in another color, because I don't know why. I just think that it's cool. I just think it's cool to use the different colors. But we've added another step, right? So now we have to move terms around. So everything is on one side of the equal sign and 0 is on the other. So this is like, this goes up before we factor the trinomials. So this was 10.4b. This is, how am I going to do this? Because now it's like this is 10.4c. So now this is like our new number 1, and then we do these 1 through 4. So I do this guy first, and then I do these 4 things. Okay, so let's look at an example for this. So say I have p squared equals 2p plus 48. 2p plus 48. So I like to move everything over here. Oops. Because I don't like a negative, like if I have to factor a negative p squared, that's just going to get a lot harder. So I move everything else over. So now I have p squared, and it's going to be minus 2p minus 48 equals 0. So I've moved the terms around so that everything is on one side and the 0's on the other. And then I'm going to do these 4 steps. See how we're building on what we just did? I'm going to factor this trinomial. So I've got 2 p's. 48 though. So what have I got? I've got 2 times 24. 3, I think 3 times 16, 4 times 12, 5 doesn't go in, 6 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48, and I bet that there's a difference between those two guys. Look at that. So I have 2 negatives here, but I'm still going to have a positive and a negative. And so I'm going to use this 6 and 8. And basically where this comes from is that my 8p, when I foiled it, is going to be bigger than the 6p. And then it's also positive times a negative to have it be negative. So there's that as well. So now I have p plus 6 times p minus 8 equals 0. I'm going to set each of these equal to 0. That's my second step. And then I'm going to solve those. So p is going to equal positive 8 and negative 6. So I've solved them. Now I'm going to enter them into WAMAP using a comma. Is that okay so far? Okay, so go back. Do 10.4c, do those questions, get those 2 right, then watch 10.4d. Yeah, and then come on back before you do the 2 questions, and we'll kind of put some notes for that in our book too, because again, it's just one other step that we are adding to it. Sound good? Okay, well, let me know how it goes. It's going to go great. I know it.